Now, while you're doing all this, you also require some kind of feedback, isn't it? Whether you're going in the right direction or not. Are you doing any mistakes? We all tend to make mistakes. It is very human to err, right? We all make mistakes. But we want somebody who can positively motivate us and correct our mistakes. So, friends, please don't go to negative people. If you feel so, I'm telling negative in the sense maybe they want to just make fun of you and demotivate you, laughing at you. They don't want you to learn. So, go to people whom you feel they are positive. They can give you the right feedback. It's not that a person who does not know English but he's very positive about you. Again, you cannot go to that person, it will not help you. So go to people who are positive and who also have a proficiency on English language. Okay, so you can ask them for feedback, and that will be a very effective way to learn. You have to get your feedback while you practice. You can also make audio recordings, yeah, and you can call it as conversational English audio recordings. For example, you imagine when you're recording an audio that you have a friend next to you and you both are conversing and you're discussing on going for a weekend party or going for a weekend picnic. Yeah, you imagine and start conversing with that friend and you keep recording all that. That is your audio book. Okay, and later on when you listen to the recording, you yourself will come to know what are the mistakes. You will be the best judge, right? And upon that, if you want to take anybody's feedback, like I said, any positive people who want to give you constructive feedback, okay, it should motivate you and tell you exactly this might be, maybe you will be able to reform this, maybe you can do it in a better way, this is something where you're making a mistake, things like that. You can definitely improve. It is for your improvement. Otherwise, record everything and listen to it carefully and see where you can improve, what mistake you have done, or write down the dialogues and converse and record. That would be even best, right? Even better. So start doing it, and when you have your own audio book, you can judge yourself. You know how you were maybe 15 days back or 1 month back and how you're going to be, how much you have improved. You can have a visual graph of your own. See, I was here and now I'm improving slowly, then I'm going to improve much better. You can just draw your own graph of improvement, right, friends? So keep in mind, you have an audio book along with diary. When I call audio book, I want to mention that you have a recordings of your own voice, of your own conversations you want to have. Okay, and you always need to ask for feedback. Then okay, one more thing. You always, even though you do not know grammar, I'm sure you can identify when you are making the mistake or when somebody else is making the mistake. For example, I give you the word write. Will you use writed? They writed the poem, they writed the story. You immediately know, right? Because somewhere in your mind, this kind of words, you haven't heard of write it, right? Because it is the mind which identifies the prefabricated forms of grammar. Unknowingly, nobody will use write it. They writes a story, nobody will say. You immediately know. Just like I would like to give you an example in music. Yeah, you might not know anything about classical music or any kind of music. You might not know anything about notes or about the pitch. And I will just, for example, I would like to sing. You will say, Samajavaragamana. You know, that is how it comes. And somebody sings, Samajavaragamana. You know it is wrong. It's the wrong note. Or, Sande se aate hai. You sing it in a different way. All of you try to sing it in a wrong way. You immediately know you're going wrong. है ना? तो ऐसे ही हमको immediately पता चल जाएगा कि कहीं पे mistake हो रहा है. In the same way, even in English, when somebody speaks wrong or you yourself, you make a mistake, you know it is wrong because we call it as it's a prefabricated form which is there in our mind. We have not listened to this. Oh, we have never listened to this word being used in this way. So there must be something wrong. Okay. So you can identify those mistakes in yourself and try and correct them. That's a very easy way of correcting ourselves. So grammar, friends, not required. You need words, you need vocabulary, you need to make up sentences, improve your literacy on the language. Okay, so that is my main idea. And for today, I would like all of you to do one activity at least every day. Take a whole sentence. Okay, take a complete sentence and use that sentence in reading, in writing, in various forms. However, you can start using that sentence. Use only that sentence for the entire day so that you are the master of that sentence today. Make your own sentence. It can be anything. So make your own sentence and start using it the entire day. That will be your agenda for the day. So these are certain disciplines which you will have to bring into your daily routine if you have to achieve something. See, you have to work hard. You have to put in a lot of efforts. Otherwise, nobody else can come and put efforts on your behalf if you have to learn English, isn't it? So in what way you have to put your effort and which is the right direction where you can put your efforts, that is what matters, right? To learn anything new, the first thing is required is passion. You should have utmost passion to learn that particular subject. And I understand with that passion, I can see that all our friends want to learn. So you already have that passion in learning. Now you need to practice. So what are the tips I gave you to practice? Please follow all of that. You have to maintain your own audiobook, your own diary where you will have a separate section, maybe phrase sections or phrase book, however you want to call it. And then whatever you practice in front of your mirror, you have to spend time on that. And whatever you plan, you have a meeting with yourself. You can easily tell, I have a meeting. If somebody wants to disturb you, okay, they will really think, okay, you're doing something very professional. Close the door, have a meeting with your mind, no disturbances, and start thinking in English. So all these tips, when you start using phrases, developing your words, therein developing sentences, and every day one whole sentence, start writing that sentence. Also, whatever I said, those 5 words in dictionary. So I assume and I'm sure that you all are following that each day. Pick up 5 words, make a note of it and understand the meanings and start using it sentences. Automatically it will come in your speech. You can start using it in your speech. And grammar part, any mistake which you do, you will get to know because you have not heard about it. So these are some of the tips I want all of you to follow so that you will become proficient in speaking. Okay. Yet again, I would like to tell all of you that please don't be very overtly sensitive when somebody laughs at you or makes fun of you. Maybe they are jealous of your progress. Maybe, they are feeling like, oh my God, this person is able to improve so well. I really wonder how is he doing it. Okay. So please keep that all aside, brush it aside because it matters to you how much you progress. And that will give you a lot of self-confidence and that will boost your self-esteem. What you think about yourself, you have to feel happy about it. You have to feel happy about yourself, isn't it? So just brush aside all such negative emotions, or people are not negative in fact, but the emotions they try to portray at that particular point of time might be negative because of various reasons again. So just don't take it, don't be very sensitive towards it. Okay, just say it's okay, chalta hai na, chalta hai attitude. Let be it. Okay, and even we have to develop that attitude towards others as well. Yeah, we should stop pointing out mistakes in others as well. We have to adopt the same policy to us so that we create a positive environment around us. When you stop finding out mistakes, automatically you will get the same from the other person. They will also stop finding. So you are creating a very, improving, where you can find growth, a positive environment around you. You start learning, you teach in the same way, in a very subtle way. Therein, we are all progressing together. Isn't it, friends? Okay, so let me just end today's session by giving a small activity. I'm sure this will help you. It will go a long way for all of you to focus. Because the first and foremost thing we all require is focus. Maybe we are listening to many things, but we can't focus. It goes above our head, or, we listen in this ear and it just goes away. It happens to all of us because it's very difficult to focus. How can we improve our focus? There are some physical tips to it. Okay, let me just show a small thing. You can just hold both your hands like this. Okay, sorry, both your ears with both your hands like this, and then start cycling your ears. You all know how to cycle, you pedal, right? Yeah, in the same way, try and pedal your ears. Yeah, can you see me? Start pedaling your ears, all of you. And after 1 minute or at least 30 seconds of doing it, you can see around your ears, around your earlobes, and this part, everything becomes, little hot because you're activating the muscles around it, the lymph nodes around it. Okay, don't worry, this is not a science class. Why I'm telling you this? Because when you activate this area, this is directly connected to your brain, and your brain will become active, and you will be able to focus on what you're listening to or what you're trying to do. So to improve, if you're feeling very lazy or lethargic and you feel, I think I'm feeling sleepy, I want to yawn, maybe you can drink a glass of water, go around for a walk, come back and sit. You can do all that, but this is again a very simple technique. From wherever you are sitting, yeah, probably we all remember the punishment, right? Teachers used to give students, they were asked to hold their ears. Again, see, look at the positive side of the punishment. It's actually a very scientific way of punishing these children. So let us punish ourselves, okay, to bring back our focus. Hold your ears and start pedaling it just like a cycle pedal, and your entire region will stimulate that brain activity so that, your brain is active and you can be focused. So friends, let's meet in our next video with more tips, and I'm sure you'll follow all the tips which we have shared with you today. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Thank you.